Fall prevention. Falls are a common, but often overlooked cause of injury, and sometimes death. A fall can occur during simple activities like walking on uneven, slippery surface, and climbing a ladder, or as a result of complex activities involving work at heights. Fall incidents can also happen when fall protection equipment is misused. Employees should follow the following advice for preventing falls at workplace. Employees should keep floors dry and wipe up spills immediately. Have a resident's eyes checked at least yearly. Daily exercise helps maintain balance, strength, and flexibility. Doorways should be wide to pass through easily. Employees' shoes should be fitted properly, have non-slip shoes, and support the foot. At workplace, employees should never stand on the top step of a ladder. Employees should use handrails to go up or down the stairs. Employees should use appropriate fall protection equipment. Prevent slips, trips, and falls. Slip, trip, and fall are a leading cause of workplace accidents. Every year, about 60,000 people are injured in workplace falls. Slip, trip, and fall can result in bruises, cuts, muscle strains, and sprains, broken bones, concussions, and even death. Here are some points to prevent slips, trips, and falls around the workplace. At workplace, employees should always keep walking surfaces clean and dry. Employees should clean up all spills and debris immediately from workplace, because it may be cause of serious injuries. At workplace, employees should cover and tape all down cables or cords. Employees should always identify and mark spills and wet area. Employees' shoes should be fitted properly, have non-slip shoes, and support the foot. Employees should keep walkways clear of clutter and other obstacles. Ladder safety tips. The use of a ladder to get to out of reach heights is common in the home and in the workplace. Ladder accidents happen all the time and serious injuries or death. To prevent ladder injuries, do this. Use a ladder of the correct length. Inspect the ladder carefully. Secure the ladder at the top. Set on a reliable surface. Always face ladder when ascending or descending. Top of ladder should never be used as a step. Always maintain 3 points of contact on the ladder, 2 feet and 1 hand, or 2 hands and 1 feet. Should never be moved when you work on ladder. Scaffold safety. Scaffolds can be a safer and more productive way to work than ladders, but they must be set up correctly. Every year, 4,500 workers are injured in scaffold-related incidents, and as many as 50 actually die. At workplace, workers should follow the following points to scaffold safety. At workplace, a competent person shall be clearly identified for all scaffolding work. Make sure the scaffolding boards are in place and in good condition. Install guards and toe boards on all scaffolds that are 10 feet or 2 frames above the ground. Employees should inspect and maintain a scaffold on a daily basis. Employees should keep your workplace organized. The scaffold must be strong enough for the usage purpose. Employees should place the guardrails and toe boards firmly. Don't climb or stretch out over the guardrails. Incomplete scaffold must be blocked off or must display a warning sign that it must not be used. Do not use a ladder or other device on scaffolding platforms to increase height or reach. Tied scaffold adequately where required. Lift sling safety. Lifting sling consists of cable, chain, rope, or webbing and is used in conjunction with a lift or crane in order to facilitate lifting and balance the load. If materials are not properly secured, for instance, the load can slip and land on workers in the vicinity or cause major damage to property. So, at workplace, employees should follow the following points to lift sling safety. Slings that are damaged or defective should not be used. Sling legs should not be kinked. Slings should not be loaded in excess of their rated capacities. Slings should be securely attached to their loads. Workers' hands or fingers should not be placed between the sling and its load while the sling is being tightened around the load. A sling should not be pulled from under a load when the load is resting on the sling. Each day before being used, the sling and all fastenings and attachments should be inspected for damage or defects by a competent person designated by the employer. Aerial lift safety tips. Every year many workers suffer serious injuries if they use the aerial lift incorrectly. Follow the aerial lift safety tips to avoid serious injuries from the wrong use of the aerial lift. Make sure that workers who operate aerial lift are properly trained in the safe use of the aerial lift. Maintain and operate aerial lift according to the manufacturer's instructions. The manufacturer's instructions are specific to the make and model of the lift. They detail the weight and height capacities and limitations that should never be exceeded in order to avoid accidents. Never override hydraulic, mechanical, or electrical safety devices. Perform a workplace hazard assessment prior to moving the aerial lift to the job site. Look for hazardous situations, such as drop-offs and holes, slopes, slippery or unstable surfaces, overhead obstacles, power lines, and any other hazards. Do not sit, stand, or climb on the platform guardrails. The operator should maintain a firm footing on the platform floor at all times. Never exceed the lift's load capacity, and always use personal protective equipment.